Her message lit up my screen at 11:47 p.m. A single line. Cold, careless, almost rehearsed. Let's take a break. The smile at the end cut deeper than the words. A smirk in text form. The kind that tells you the decision wasn't spontaneous. It was social, performed, observed. Behind the message, I could almost hear her friends giggling, nodding, validating her little performance. I imagined the clink of their glasses, the whispered encouragement, the look on her face, the same subtle lift of her lips she used when she knew she had the upper hand. Except she didn't. Not anymore. My pulse didn't spike. My breath didn't hitch. I felt something quieter, like the click of a lock inside me finally turning the right way. I typed 2 words. Measured, surgical, sure, permanently. And I walked out. Out of the relationship. Out of the confusion. Out of the slow rot I'd been pretending not to smell. She called 14 times that night. Her voice shifted from irritation to panic, from entitlement to desperation. I answered once. Breaks don't include check-ins, I said. Then silence. Hers. Mine. The kind that leaves an echo. Something had started long before her message, and her smirk was just the final piece I needed to finish the puzzle I'd been assembling in the dark. The truth had been tapping on the edges of my mind for weeks, subtle as a draft under a closed door. A sudden change in her schedule. Her phone always face down. The new perfume she said was a gift from a coworker. The way she stepped out to take a call and came back with eyes that darted away from mine. Small things, insignificant on their own. But my mind linked them the way threads tighten into a noose. One night, she came home late. No explanation, no apology. Just that tired, annoyed look, as if my concern was an inconvenience. She showered immediately. I watched the steam roll under the bathroom door, lifting the smell of something unfamiliar, something masculine. My chest didn't burn. It hollowed. Meanwhile, she slipped back into bed with a casual kiss on my cheek, pretending nothing was off, pretending we were still us. But her cheek was cooler than usual. Her heartbeat wasn't steady against my shoulder. It fluttered, guilty, frantic. And then the brunch incident. I was walking up to the cafe when I heard her laugh. Not the soft laugh she used with me, the sharper one she used when she wanted to impress. Remember those vows, she said to her friends? I didn't mean half of them. They laughed. She laughed. And something inside me finally settled. Not in anger, not in heartbreak, in understanding. This wasn't a sudden shift. It was a slow departure she'd rehearsed in pieces, cheating emotionally, mentally, maybe more. I didn't need visual confirmation. Her smirk when she ended things was confirmation enough. She thought she was breaking me. She had no idea I'd already stepped outside the wreckage and was examining it in cold daylight. I didn't confront her. People like her thrive on emotional fireworks. They feed off reactions. I went quiet instead. Still, glacial. She didn't even notice. While she replayed her little act of independence, I began doing what she never expected of me. I paid attention. Her phone bill, patterns in her messages, times she was working late, names that repeated, numbers that appeared at odd hours. A contact saved under a woman's name, but the call durations stretched too long, too intimate. I didn't jump to conclusions, I mapped them. I didn't accuse, I observed. Every night, while she slept with her back turned to me, I followed threads she left dangling. One number stood out. Unfamiliar, frequent, night calls, morning calls, the kind of calls made in moments when you're thinking of someone before anyone else. I ran it through a reverse lookup, and the name hit me like a quiet, unwelcome truth. Her coworker, the same friend she mentioned in passing, the same one who gave her that free perfume sample, the same one she texted with that too bright smile. But I didn't storm out, I didn't question her, I didn't beg for the truth like she expected. I watched her, studied her her evolving lies, her strange warmth followed by cold distance, her guilt disguised as irritation. She didn't know I'd already disconnected, emotionally, practically, completely. The night she asked for the break, she thought she was the one reclaiming power. She had no idea I'd already packed my things, mentally first, then physically. She had no idea I'd already prepared the silent evidence she never imagined I was gathering. She thought the game was just beginning. I'd already reached checkmate. Her phone lit up on the table during one of her break calls. The screen flashed a name she had no reason to hide, unless the truth was exactly what I suspected. I didn't open it. I didn't touch it. I didn't need to. I had the record printed. Every call, every message, every timestamp showing a pattern of late-night intimacy she pretended didn't exist. When she came over just to talk, expecting tears or pleading, I handed her the folder. Nothing dramatic, no raised voice, no accusation. Just, "Your break started long before tonight." Her face drained, her lips parted. She stammered, a sound I'd never heard from her before. Not fear, not guilt, exposure. She flipped through the pages with shaking fingers, her breathing growing unsteady. "Why didn't you say anything?" she whispered. "I didn't need to," I said. "Truth doesn't require noise, just acknowledgement." She reached for me, as if proximity could dissolve what she'd done, as if touch could rewrite actions. I stepped back. Her composure cracked like thin glass. She wanted to negotiate, to redefine the narrative, to rewrite the past week, the past month, the past year. "I still love you," she said, a line she should have used earlier, before her smirk, before her brunch confession, before she mistook my silence for weakness. I watched her crumble, not with satisfaction, with clarity. "You wanted a break," I reminded her, "and I gave you one." Her voice broke, the kind of break that comes when someone loses control of a story they thought they authored. "It was just confusion," she insisted. "I didn't mean—" "Exactly," I cut in. "You don't mean what you say, or you say what you don't mean. Either way, I'm done translating." She tried to reach for my arm. I didn't move. I didn't flinch. "You walked out on us first," I said quietly. "You just didn't realize it." And with that, I walked away, slow, deliberate, final. She called after me, a sound that once held power. Now it was just noise. She kept calling for days, messages, apologies, long voice notes dripping with regret. I didn't block her. Silence was more effective. It let her sit with the truth. Let her feel the absence she thought she could control. Let her understand what it means to lose someone who already learned to live without you. I didn't hate her. Hate requires attachment. I felt something colder, indifference shaped by clarity. Walking away wasn't revenge, it was recovery. People think closure comes from answers. It doesn't. It comes from finality. And the finality was simple. She broke something, I buried it. And then I buried the part of me that waited for her to fix it. When she asked for a break, she expected a pause. I gave her an ending, a clean one, a quiet one, a permanent one. And when I finally looked at her name on my phone one last time,